Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Versatility Podcast. For today's episode is a sports episode. It's Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving, ladies and gentlemen. Let me turn this shit off. My goodness. It is Thanksgiving. So hopefully everybody gets to enjoy today. Hopefully everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Spend time with your family. Eat some delicious ass fucking food as tonight. I'm gonna be feasting. I'm gonna be fucking feasting tonight. I can assure you that I'm gonna be having a blast tonight, spending time with the family, eating great food. Uh, I think we're gonna have a bunch of different shit. This year, usually, we kind of keep it traditional, kind of keep it the same old. But I think we might be getting some new shit. I don't know what it is, so I will tell you guys my Thanksgiving experience on the next episode because I'm planning to do another episode Saturday. Obviously, that episode is going to be more music related, but I could add a couple other things on that one. However, we have to catch up because I haven't done an episode in a couple weeks, so we're here to talk about football, pretty much mostly football. I mean, it's NFL, college football. We got NBA Cup, NBA action, but we're just really going to look at the standings. We're not really going to dive in deep too much on each game. Obviously, right now I'm watching Bears Lions, the first Thanksgiving game. So that's in the background going on at the moment right now. The Lions are actually in the red zone, about to score a touchdown, most likely. So let's just get straight to it, y'all. Don't need to waste more time. And let's just get straight to it. So we're going to go here. Yes, we're going to go to ESPN. Wait, let me type in ESPN. Hold on. ESPN, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to go look at the rankings in the NBA Cup and also just in general. So obviously today there's no games obviously for the NBA. Tomorrow we're back in action. So we're not really going to talk much about the games. I'll kind of talk a little bit about each team, but not really. So this is the overall standings at the moment in the NBA. So we got the Cleveland Cavaliers still at number 1. They're 17-2. They actually lost their second game yesterday night. I believe it was against who? I believe it was against the who was it against? Was it the Hawks? Was it the Hawks? I believe it was the Hawks. Yes, the Hawks beat them 135-124 last night. So interesting enough that the Hawks are so confusing that they beat the Celtics, they beat the Cavaliers, but they lost to the Pistons, and I believe they also lost to the Wizards, which the Wizards are the shittiest team in the NBA. You thought the Sixers were shitty? Well, they are. But the Wizards are even more shitty. So it's interesting how the Hawks beat the two best teams coming out the East, and then they lost to one of the two worst teams coming out the West, or coming out the East, excuse me. So that's that. But yeah, the Celtics at 15-3, the Magic at 13-7, the Knicks at 10-8, the Bucks at 9-9. They've been getting better. They're on a 5-game winning streak. They started off terribly, especially defensively. They've been a lot more consistent. They're averaging 112.7 points per game. They're allowing just almost as much as they're scoring. So it's a pretty good balance. They're 500 right now, so they should be getting better and better. The Heat, mediocre as hell, but we're linging on there. Where I guess the Pacers at 9-10 is the same with the Nets, and then the Hawks at 8-11, the Bulls at 8-12. Same with the Pistons, 8-12, low key balling. I know they're not a great team, but they got some hoopers, man. Cade Cunningham is good. Asar Thompson's the dog. So I mean, the Pistons, they have a good young core. Just obviously they don't got much talent around them as well. The Hornets feels like it's just LaMelo Ball and bros and others, because the Hornets, they're just not looking great. The Raptors, who the fuck do they got now? Who do they got? I don't know. The Sixers struggling as hell. No Embiid, no Paul George, and then when they do play, they play not that great. And then, of course, the Wizards, they're on a 13-game losing streak. Oh, my God, I just fucking spit on the goddamn computer. My goodness, that was embarrassing. My bad. But, yeah, the Wizards, they're not that good. They're terrible. Coming out the Western Conference, we got so far the OKC Thunder at 14-4. We got the Rockets at 14-6. The Warriors at 12-6. The Grizzlies at 12-7. The Lakers at 11-7. The Clippers at 12-8. Actually, the Clippers they actually have a better record than the Suns and the Mavericks. Wow, I didn't even know I thought the Clippers They had a worse record than the Nuggets or the Mavericks last time I checked. Damn. I mean, it's been a little couple minutes. That's a touchdown. Detroit Lions, Sam Laporta scores a Thanksgiving touchdown. The first play of the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Just breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. So the Lions are up 9-0. We'll see if they hit the extra point. But yeah, the Clippers 12-8. The Nuggets at 10-7, looking a little off. But I mean, it's earlier in the year. You know, it's been a month so far, so we'll see how they can do for the rest of the year. Mavericks at 11-8, the Suns at 10-8, the Spurs at 10-9, the Kings at 9-10, the Wolves at 8-10. They're one of the worst teams right now at the West. They got to pick things up. They're not looking phenomenal on a 4-game losing streak. The Blazers at 7-12, the Jazz at 4-14, and then the Pelicans at 4-15. Damn, the Pelicans are now the worst team coming out the West. On a 6-game losing streak. I mean, Zion hasn't been playing. Ingram has been kind of just the one doing shit, but not much going on in New Orleans right now. Not looking good. Now let's look at the NBA Cup standings and see where things are at. So coming out the Eastern Conference, we got the Magic and the Knicks right now. They're both 2-0, haven't lost in group stage play. The Sixers at 1-2, the Nets at 1-2, and then the Hornets at 0-2. So any team, nobody coming out of Group A has advanced or has been eliminated just yet. After 2 weeks of group play, nothing has happened yet for the Group A standings. I mean, it's going to be either Orlando or New York. We'll see what takes the cake there, who takes that group and moves on to the next round of the NBA Cup in-season tournament. And then we got the Bucks 3-0. They're moving on, but they haven't officially moved on. It's weird because they're 3-0 and they're going to move on pretty easily, but they still haven't officially called them to be. They're not officially moved on. It's a little weird, but they're pretty much going in. They got 3 wins already. All they need is 4. So, you know, 4 games out of 3 games, 3 wins out of 4 games. That's good enough to make them pass, and they're probably going to win the group. But we also got to wait for the Pistons because they haven't played. They played 1 less game than the Bucks, and I believe the next time they play is against the Bucks is on Tuesday. It's going to be that Tuesday, next Tuesday coming up, and to see who takes that group. And then Miami still 1-2. We had a good opportunity to beat Milwaukee there without Giannis, and unfortunately we were getting smoked in that game. And then I mean we made it interesting in the fourth quarter, but then we lost a close one to Milwaukee with no Giannis again. But Damian Lillard, he had a fucking game, so he decided to turn the shit up a notch and. Well, we lost that one. The Raptors are eliminated because I believe the Celtics, I believe it was one of the teams in Group C that were able to get the advantage over them. So that's why the Raptors got eliminated. And same with the Pacers. They're still, but I'm confused. Why are the Raptors eliminated, but it doesn't say the Pacers are? It's a little confusing. I don't know why. I don't know if they haven't updated it yet. I don't think it's that. I think it's just probably there's certain outcomes. There's certain teams that they need to win, and a little confusing. I don't know why the Raptors are eliminated, but the Pacers are not. They have the same record. Not sure. But however, look at this in Group C. We got the Bulls, Hawks, and Celtics at 2-1. Someone's going to have to come out of that shit show. And then we got the Cavaliers, who still has played 1 less game than all 3 of these teams. So they could make it interesting. They could make it interesting as well for them. So that should be interesting. The Wizards, they're obviously 0-3. They're done. Get the fuck out of here. Now, in the West, we got the Rockets. They clinched. They're moving on to the next round, the quarterfinals. They're 3-0, so that is pretty much that. The Clippers, the Blazers, and the Timberwolves 1-1 and 1-2, and then the Kings at 0-2. I don't think any of those teams are moving on. So, Group A, Houston balling out, looking good. And now in Group B, things are getting interesting because, again, we have the Suns, Lakers, and Spurs all tied at 2-1. The Lakers, they just lost their first game in the group stage, and this is their first in-season tournament loss. Because remember, last year they went undefeated and they won the in-season tournament last year. They won the NBA Cup last year, so they haven't lost a game until last Tuesday night against the Suns, and we'll put them again at 2-1. The Thunder are 1-1, so they have played 1 less game. The Jazz 0-3, so they're out of it as well. Again, that's just pretty much how it's going now. Group C, the Warriors, they win the group. They're moving on. They're 3-0. And of course, we got the Mavericks at 2-1. The Pelicans somehow are eliminated, but the Nuggets are not. They both have the same record. I don't know how both are not eliminated, but again, we'll have to wait and see how that pans out because tomorrow there will be NBA Cup games. So more things will be determined by tomorrow. And obviously, we have another week of in-season tournament play, and then we get to the knockout stage. So then that will be that. Then we got the Grizzlies at 0-2. So yeah, we still got tomorrow, Friday, and then we got next Tuesday and next Friday to determine the rest of it, and then eventually we get to the knockout stage, the quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the championship. Obviously, that will be decided, and that will be in Vegas, I believe, right? I believe that will be in Vegas, so we'll get to determine that as well. Let's talk about some awards. Let's talk about the winners of the 2024 MLB Awards. So who won Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, MVP, blah, 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 blah. Let's talk about it. So, my goodness, let me move the camera a little bit. So as we can see here, MLB Awards. So this is all the MLB first team, second team. You could read it here. For the MVP, the American League, it went to Aaron Judge. No surprise here. He had 58 home runs, 144 RBIs, a 458 OPS, and a slugging percentage of 701. So no doubt Aaron Judge was able to win the MVP. This is his second AL MVP in 3 years. So phenomenal stuff for Aaron Judge. Obviously in the postseason it wasn't pretty, but this is only a regular season award. So let's just keep that in mind. Shohei Ohtani, same thing. No surprise. He is the National League MVP champion. He's 50-50 this season, 50 home runs plus 50 steals, stolen bases. He had a 310, 390, a 310 average, a 319 OPS, and then a 646 slugging percentage. Like, phenomenal stuff. And then he also became the first full-time DH to earn the award. So, and this was unanimous. So there was no surprise. Obviously, Francisco Lindor had a great season, but Ohtani broke records, and Ohtani is the best player in the world, so no doubt about it. In the American League, it went to Cy Young. Let's talk about the Cy Young Award. Going to the American League, we got Tarek Skubal. I always say Tariq, or it's Tarek. I think it's Tarek Skubal, I believe. Tarek Skubal, however, he got an 18-4 record. He had 228 strikeouts in 192 innings with a 2.39 ERA, and obviously won the Triple Crown. So no doubt, American Cy Young Award winner goes to Tarek Skubal, excuse me. And then for the National League Cy Young, it went to Chris Sale, who went 18-3. That was a career high in wins, and then he had the best ERA in all of baseball with a 2.38, just barely better than Tarek Skubal. And then he also had a National League best 225 strikeouts in his 177 innings, or 2/3 innings, as he claimed the National League Cy Young Award. So shout out to Tarek Skubal and Chris Sale. They're your 2024 Cy Young Award winners. For Rookie of the Year in the American League, it went to Luis Gil. He becomes the 10th Yankee to win American League Rookie of the Year after completing a 15-win campaign, which included 171 strikeouts and 151 and 2/3 innings over 29 starts. So congratulations to Luis Gil. And then for the National League Rookie of the Year, it went to Paul Skeens, who exceeded massive expectations. Absolutely, he did. To go 11-3 with a 1.96 ERA and a Pirates rookie record, 170 strikeouts, en route to National League Rookie of the Year honors less than a year after he was being drafted, first overall in the draft. So and winning a championship in LSU, dating Olivia what's her last name? God, I forgot her fucking last name, but you know what I'm talking about. He's winning at life. Paul Skeens winning at life. Winning at life. Winning at motherfucking life. And he's an absolute dog on the mound. So shout out to Paul Skeens. Manager of the Year for the American League goes to Stephen Vogt. He becomes the fastest manager to go from player to manager of the year in MLB history, earning AL honors after guiding Cleveland to the ALCS in his first year at the helm of only 2 years after he played his last game. Literally, like, Stephen Vogt played with the A's for such a very long time. I think he retired literally like 2 years ago. And then boom, he's already the fastest to win manager of the year in the American League, taking Cleveland to the Final Four. Obviously to the last, one of the last 4 teams remaining in the postseason. So shout out to Stephen Vogt. In the National League, it goes to Pat Murphy in his first full season as an MLB skipper after an extensive coaching career. Pat Murphy overcame significant offseason departures and injuries in Milwaukee to guide them to a 93-win season and the National League Manager of the Year. This also could have been to probably the Mets manager, who knows? But at least there wasn't that much high expectations for Milwaukee, and they were able to make the playoffs. Obviously disappointed in once they got to the playoffs, but again, regular season, what they did was phenomenal and definitely very impressive. So can't say much. And then for the Hank Aaron Awards, obviously it went to Judge and Ohtani. No surprise about it. And then, of course, the Roberto Clemente Award goes to Salvador Perez. These are all your Gold Glove Award winners in the American League. In the National League, the Platinum Glove went to Cal Riley and went to Bryce Terang for the Platinum Glove. The Silver Sluggers in the American League and the National League, outstanding DH went to Shohei Ohtani. Best comeback players went to Chris Sale and to Garrett Crochet. Relievers of the year went to Ryan Hesley and Emmanuel Clase. Executive of the year went to the Brewers executive senior vice president Matt Arnold. Stanton won ALCS MVP. Tommy Edman won NLCS MVP. Just a reminder. Again, we already talked about this. And then, of course, Freddie Freeman won World Series MVP. And then everything else. That's pretty much that. So those are all the awards for MLB recapping in 2024. Baseball will be back in 2025, spring training in March, and the season begins once again in April or late March, pretty much. So yeah, enough of baseball at the moment, because obviously baseball. Right now it's football. Right now it's basketball. We will return to baseball when baseball returns officially. Let's talk about. I guess we could talk about it. UFC, real quick. 309. This was a couple weeks ago, so at this point, I don't really want to. Whatever. But the last, it was John Jones versus Stiac Miocic, Strip Miocic. John Jones won. John Jones won the fight by knockout in the third round, early in the third round. It was a great fight, but it was domination for John Jones. I mean, look at this. I mean, pre-fight, the odds, he was definitely, he was overwhelming the favorite. Absolutely was 1000% the favorite. Total strikes, significant strikes, went for the body a lot more, went for the head. 10 on 10 on legs. He completed all that. Full control. He had a takedown. Yeah, no, absolutely. He dominated this fucking fight. John Jones, he might be a fucking psycho and a lunatic and has been in a bunch of troubles and but when he's in the fucking octagon, he's literally one of the greatest of all time. So there's not much to say there. Now let's look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the MLS Cup playoffs. Do I really need to give a fuck about this? Probably not, because Inter Miami is out the picture, and Lionel Messi continues to ruin my fucking life and tries to let me down all the fucking time. But anywho, let's talk about the semifinals. So as you can see here, LAFC, they lost. They lost to Seattle 2-1 in a winner go home game. Obviously, the semifinals, the knockout stage is the knockout stage at this point. So there is no. Damn, that was almost picked. Jared Goff almost got picked. Anywho, back to this. So yeah, obviously the best of 3 series. That's only in the first round. Every other round, obviously, it's elimination. So Seattle, they move on and they beat LAFC. The other LA team, however, they dominate. They win 6-2 against Minnesota, so they move on. So the conference final between the West is going to be the LA Galaxy versus the Seattle Sounders. And then coming out the East, we got Orlando getting the win. Good shit, Orlando getting the win over Atlanta, 1-0. And then the New York Red Bulls beating the other New York team, the NYCFC. So the Red Bulls win 2-0. And of course, the Eastern Conference final will be Orlando versus New York, the Red Bulls. So now, my picks, I mean, I'm sticking with LA Galaxy because I had them initially making it to the MLS Cup final. So let's go LA Galaxy. And then Orlando, they're my team to win. Now I guess Orlando versus LA. Let's keep it going, Orlando. Let's see if you guys can beat New York. this Saturday, I believe. It's this Saturday and 2 days from now. This game is gonna be at 7:30, and this game is gonna be at 10. Perfect. And then the MLS Cup game. When is the final taking place, though? When is the final taking place? I want to know. When is the championship taking place? The final is gonna be December 2nd. Oh, December 7th. Excuse me. At 4 p.m. Damn, it's kind of early for a final. I thought this was gonna be later at night, like at 7 or 8 or some shit. Okay. Well, that's gonna be at 4 p.m. the following Saturday, not this Saturday coming up because we got the 2 semifinal games. And that's that. Okay, that's that for MLS. I mean, what more do you want me to say? But yes, give me Orlando, give me LA to win it all, and then move on to the next round. So that's that. Shout out to Russell Westbrook. Let's go back to basketball real quick. For beating the record. I mean, we're not really beating records. Well, yes, beating records, but not necessarily. He's so far ahead of this category that basically who even has the second most in this category. But Russell Westbrook a couple weeks ago put up his 200th career triple-double. That was 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago. Tuesday night against the Memphis Grizzlies, where they won 122 to 110. Again, his 200th career triple-double. The triple-double record, most triple-double list. I mean, like, what is the record? Oscar Robertson has 189 triple-doubles. 181 triple-doubles, excuse me. I can't fucking read today. I'm sorry, guys. Russell Westbrook has 200. Magic Johnson has 138. Jokic has 137. Jokic has more than LeBron James. Holy fucking shit. Wow. Jason Kidd, 107. James Harden, 78. Luka Doncic has 77. Sabonis has 61. Larry Bird has 59. Giannis has 46. Will Chamberlain, 78. That's fucking insane. Russell Westbrook having 200 triple-doubles. I mean, let's not even talk about that 2017 season because he was averaging a triple-double that entire season. And that was one of the greatest MVP seasons I ever got to witness. Maybe Russell Westbrook is not the star-studded name of a LeBron James, of a Will Chamberlain, of a Magic Johnson, of a fucking Michael Jordan, who's not even on this list, but still, he doesn't have that name, and he's not regarded as one of the greatest players of all time. But Russell Westbrook in that 2017 season was literally breaking records, and clearly he is standing alone in this list here with the most triple-doubles in NBA history. This is fucking impressive. Again, it feels like it's not that hard to get to 150 triple-doubles in a career. I mean, it's insane. I mean, to average a triple-double. Again, this was 7 years ago, so it feels like whatever. Anybody's putting up triple-doubles now. But at a consistent rate that Russell Westbrook was doing it, it's unheard of. It will probably never be done again, most likely. I mean, Jokic is at 137, and he has more time than Russell Westbrook left in the league, so Jokic could, and again, he's already won multiple MVPs. Jokic can definitely put up more, but to get to 200 still seems very, very tough. I mean, I know he's at 137. He only has 63 left to go, but that's still hard to anticipate. You never know. But shout out to Russell Westbrook, man. Shout out to Russell motherfucking Westbrook. Oh yeah, let me talk about this bullshit ass fucking fight. Jake Paul. Yes, Jake Paul. Yeah, so anybody watch this fucking fight? Did anybody watch this bullshit ass fight? I did, unfortunately. Yep. Jake Paul won the fight. But this shit was ass. This event was so fucking ass. I felt like I got scammed watching this fight. And again, I got Netflix. You know, I've had Netflix for a while, so I didn't have to pay for anything or whatever. You know, it was a live Netflix event. But it was buffering. It was loading way too long. The shit was like, the system was down. It's like a lot of people were watching, and Netflix For some reason, they thought, wait, a lot of people really tapping in to watch this live boxing event, um, and they underestimated how many fucking people are gonna watch this fucking fight. So their system just went berserk and started buffering, and goddamn, I had to watch it on an illegal stream on my computer. Like, damn, it was getting ridiculous. And then eventually, Jake Paul won the fight again. He didn't want to go full throttle on Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is a senior citizen. Mike Tyson can beat anybody up in the world. But unfortunately, Jake Paul has been boxing for a little bit of time now, and obviously he's young as fuck, and he is able to knock the fuck Mike Tyson out, which sounds ridiculous, but it's not. It's not. Now, I'm glad that we did not see that we did not see Mike Tyson get knocked the fuck out, because that literally would have hurt me. That would like be like, wow, like that was a straight up murder attempt. Like, that is not something I would ever want to fucking see, especially now. Um, Especially from fucking coming from Jake Paul of all people. However, this was just obviously for money. They got a lot of it, and a lot of people watched it. So, Mike Tyson's not complaining. He did it. He lost the fight, but okay, who cares? Whatever. You made your bag. You got a lot of money. It was a big event at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium where that fucking, that whole area is collapsing literally piece by piece. The team is collapsing piece by piece. We will see what happens today, because oh God, it's Thanksgiving. So, I have to see the Cowboys today play. Unfortunately, or not unfortunately, fortunately, I probably won't even be watching that game. Around that time, I'll probably be on my way to my to a family member's house so we can start this Thanksgiving dinner up. So I'd probably rather be stuffing my face in fucking food instead of watching this bitch ass game. But I will be watching that Packers Dolphins game tonight. And again, we'll talk about all that once we get to football. Which could be now, actually. Let's not even waste any more fucking time. Let's talk about college football. Let's talk about college football first. And then we'll get to then we'll get to fucking then we'll get to the NFL, because I do have to talk about the NFL a little bit. So it was the last 2 weeks that I haven't talked about. So week 12 and week 13. So basically the scores from week 12. I mean, these are the scores here. Y'all can look at it. I'm just gonna do like a little scan here. Just look at the scores here. I'll give you a read, and then I'll look into week 13, and then I'll kind of just catch up with you guys in a second. Let me just scroll and drink my water, because I don't even feel like saying all these fucking scores now, because this is already 2 weeks ago. So just okay. It was only the top 25. Whatever. Let's put all these fucking scores here now, here in the top. FBS. All right, so now we're back to week 13. Last week in college football. So we got what do we got here? What do we got here, ladies and gentlemen? What the fuck do we got here? So now Tuesday, this is the last Tuesday, Akron. My goodness, Kent State still haven't lost. They still haven't won a game. Oh God. Oh my goodness, 38-17. Central Michigan, Miami, Ohio, Buffalo wins, Georgia Tech wins, UNLV, UTSA, Michigan State, they all win. All right, now Saturday, we got Miami. They came from their bye week last week, or 2 weeks ago, and they were able to put a dominating game performance, especially in the second half, putting up 22 points in the fourth quarter alone, just running up that motherfucking score. We got the win, 42-14. So we got to get a win next week. Miami has to get a win next week against Syracuse, so we can officially clinch a ACC championship spot. Because SMU, of all teams, SMU, the team that was in the American Athletic Conference, I believe, in the AAC. I believe they were in that conference before. Maybe they were in another conference. Excuse me. Now they entered the ACC for this season, and for the future. They're the best team out that ACC conference at the moment, besides Miami. So Miami and Clemson, those are the last two teams fighting for an ACC championship spot. Clemson, they basically only make it if Miami loses to Syracuse, because Clemson has 2 losses while Miami only has 1. Same with SMU. So obviously, it's up to Miami. It's in their fucking hands. All they have to do is beat Syracuse, and they will play SMU in the ACC championship game. They're playing at Syracuse. Again, the defense has been dog shit most of the season. They've had their ups and downs. They've had some highlights the last couple weeks. Even that game against Georgia Tech, the defense wasn't terrible, but the offense didn't look great. So I'm hoping the offense looks phenomenal, as it usually has been this entire season. Cam Ward has been an absolute dog. Not the Heisman this year, but still great quarterback that could lead us to victories, as he's done all season long. It's in the hands of Cam Ward. It's in the hands of the offense. And for the defense to make good plays. Against Syracuse, where Syracuse is 8-3? Not a bad team at all. Not a bad team at all. So, I mean, we lost to fucking Georgia Tech at 7-4 overall right now. Syracuse 8-3. I mean, record-wise, Syracuse is better than Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech basically at this point owns us. So we got to get a win at Syracuse. There's no excuses. 3:30 Saturday. Miami needs to take care of business. We want to play SMU in the ACC championship game, and we want to win the ACC championship game. I don't think Miami has ever won an ACC championship game, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Have we ever won an ACC title? Ever. Have we? We've won. I mean, obviously, we've won all these national champions. 5 unclaimed were 5 national finalists 5 times. We've never won a single. We never won a single ACC championship game. Okay, let me look at Clemson. Let me look at Clemson just to check a reference. It would be here, right? Conference titles. You would see 27, obviously. Division titles 9. Yeah, for Miami, you don't see none of that because they never fucking won anything. They never won the conference championship. That is insane. Miami, who's won 5 national championships, never won the ACC ever. So we have a chance. We got to beat Syracuse, and we can fucking take down SMU as well, hopefully. That's the goal. Do not fucking piss me off, Miami. You're not doing all this for nothing now. Please don't do this to me now. Don't do this to me. But anyways, they get the win over Wake Forest. Ohio State, they take care of business. They take down Indiana 38-15. No surprise there. Indiana, I knew they were going to blow it. Indiana, they're trash against a top 25 opponents. They are like 1-70 or something, 1-60 against top 25 ranked teams, and especially against Ohio State. You thought you were going to beat Ohio State? That's hilarious. But no, I mean, Indiana, they're still probably going to be a team in the college football playoffs. They still have had a great regular season, but Ohio State still owns you guys, unfortunately. Texas, they get a big win against Kentucky, 31-14. Penn State wins a close one against Minnesota. Notre Dame, they dominate against Army, 49-14. What the fuck happened here, Alabama? You lost 24-3 to Oklahoma. Oklahoma took down Alabama 24-3. Jalen Milroe threw 3 interceptions. Looked like absolute dog shit. Alabama, I hope you don't make the fucking college football playoffs at this point. 3 losses is unacceptable. I don't think the committee is going to do that, though. I think Alabama still might make the college football playoffs because they like to glaze Alabama. They like to suck the living stem out of a penis from Alabama. They love sucking the stem out of it. So, the SEC, I still think Alabama still has a good chance of making the college football playoffs, even though I don't want them here. Because then they're just going to get muffled, puffled, ruffled, destroyed, dominated, abbreviated, whatever. Insert any adjective. Any negative adjective, I should say. And Alabama's going to get fucked in the playoffs. If they do make it. So, yeah. Not the same squad. Don't know what the fuck's going on. I mean, the offense, no offense in this game. No offense in the game. Just bad turnovers. Defense playing fine, but offense, what the fuck's going on? Fuck's going on? Ole Miss. Oh God. Ole Miss. You missed out an opportunity. 3 losses there. You could have beaten Florida. You could have had your chances to make the college football playoffs even higher. And now it's kind of like Ole Miss and Alabama. Are they going to make the college football playoffs at this point? I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up, but Alabama is definitely more favorable to make it over Ole Miss. And Florida's not a bad team. They're mediocre, but they had a really difficult schedule this season, and they've been playing spoilers. They did. They literally beat Ole Miss, a top 10 team in the nation. So, boom, Florida did their job. And Jackson Dart, he was throwing darts to the fucking defense because he threw 3 of them, 3 interceptions, and a costly one that cost the game, obviously. So, yeah, Ole Miss, they missed out on an opportunity. We'll see if they could still have a chance to make the college football playoffs, but it ain't looking great. Georgia, domination against Massachusetts. No doubt about it. 4 passing touchdowns for Carson Beck. It's Massachusetts. This should have been 70-0, but it's okay. This is more like it. Tennessee dominating UTEP, 56-0. Boise State, they win a close one against Wyoming, but Boise State, they're closing in for a college football playoff spot. Ashton Jeanty, 19 carries, 169 yards, and a tutty. He had a 61-yard touchdown in that first quarter. So, yeah, phenomenal stuff. SMU beating and dominating Virginia, 33-7. 33-7. Phenomenal stuff. BYU losing to Arizona State. And now the Big 12 is a shit show right now. It is an absolute shit show right now. I don't know where the hell I don't know what's going on right now in Big 12, but it's BYU, it's Arizona State, it's Colorado. There's a bunch of teams in the mix for the Big 12 championship. So we'll see how that goes. But Arizona State, they give BYU their second straight loss of the season. Auburn, they win against Texas A&M 41-43 in quadruple overtime. Unbelievable stuff. I wish I saw the rest of this game. I saw like the first 2 overtimes, but I didn't see the last 2 overtimes. But man, what a phenomenal ending to this game. And yeah, Auburn, they take the win, upset against Texas A&M. Speaking of another upset, Kansas, who has sucked balls to start most of the regular season. They're on a 3-game winning streak and playing spoilers now. They've sucked all season long. And these last 3 games, they have beat ranked opponents. They beat Colorado. Who else did they beat before the 2 weeks prior? They beat Colorado, they beat BYU, and they beat Iowa State. So they all gave them a loss. They gave Iowa State their first loss. They gave BYU their first loss, and they gave Colorado their third loss, and that could be the loss that basically costs Colorado's chances of making the college football playoffs. And it's over. We're not going to see Prime or Deion Sanders, Prime Deion Sanders. We're not going to see Travis Hunter. We're not going to see Shedeur Sanders in the college football playoffs. We will see them in the bowl game, and maybe we could see them in the Big 12 championship game. And then, like, the Senior Bowl and, like, the Reese's Pieces Shitty Titties Bowl or whatever the fuck that shit's called after all the bowl games and whatever. But college football playoffs, you're not in. You're not making it. You're not making it. 3 losses, it's done. Colorado, they're not making the college football playoffs. They had a good chance. They couldn't do it. I mean, they still had a good season. I can't really put too much on them for 8-3. They clearly played a lot better this season than they did last year, but definitely disappointing end that at this point they were closing in to potentially make a college football appearance, but that ship has sank. That ship has officially sank. Let me see where I'm at right now in the recording. Right now I'm at 39 minutes. Oh, we're looking pretty good right now. We're looking pretty good. So yeah, not looking phenomenal for Colorado's chances for the college football playoffs, but Kansas, big win. Clemson, they destroy the Citadel. South Carolina, they take down Wofford. Utah, lose to Iowa State. Mizzou, Illinois, Iowa, Syracuse, Boston College, Jackson State, Liberty, Florida State. Oh my God, they all get a win. Same shout out to UAB, Bowling Green, New Mexico State, Appalachian State, TCU, Kennesaw State, Arkansas State, South Alabama, Charlotte, Michigan put up a 50-point. They all get the win. Nebraska, California, Texas A&M, West Virginia, Utah State, Georgia Southern, East Carolina, South Florida, Arkansas, Louisville, Louisiana, Oregon State, Baylor, Georgia State, Marshall, LSU, Duke, Kansas State, USC, Air Force, and Fresno State. They all win in Week 13. So now, let's look at Week 14. Kind of look what's going on here. What's going on? We have a game today, really? There's a game today. Memphis and Tulane. Interesting. They're both 9-2. Both 9-2. Tulane looking like they can probably take that American Conference away. I think they're already in the American Conference Championship. So looking in pretty close. There will be a bunch of games tomorrow, actually, Friday. There's Boise State playing at 12, Colorado playing at 12. Then we got Wisconsin, Minnesota, Navy. Ole Miss is also playing tomorrow. Colorado State, Stanford, Georgia is also playing tomorrow. Shit, okay. Nebraska, Utah. Okay. So there's going to be a bunch of college football games to watch tomorrow, Friday. And then Saturday, again, we got pretty much the rest. Ooh, we got Michigan, Ohio State at 12. Interesting. And then we got Miami, Syracuse at 3:30. Of course, definitely watching that one. Tennessee, Vanderbilt, South Carolina, and Clemson. This is going to be a big one because South Carolina's still in the mix of things, but Clemson, they're still, fighting for a chance to make it to the ACC championship game. Illinois is in the mix. Louisville, Kentucky, UConn, Mass, Duke, and Wake Forest. Kansas and Baylor. Kansas can pull another upset against Baylor. We will have to wait and see. West Virginia, Texas Tech, Monroe, Louisiana, North Texas, Temple, Army, UTSA. All these other games are pointless. Blah, 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 blah. Notre Dame, USC, California, SMU. God damn it. They have to play fucking California, bro. Damn it. Well, we'll see. We'll see if California could upset, but SMU, they're probably smoking that one. They're gonna smoke California. Auburn, Alabama, the Iron Bowl. Honestly, at this point, I could see fucking Auburn win this one. Who knows? Arizona State, Rutgers, Michigan State, NC State, North Carolina. And a bunch of random ass games that I won't be watching. Purdue, Indiana. Purdue sucks balls. Indiana, easy win, hopefully. Florida State. Florida State is dog shit. Oklahoma, LSU. Could be a decent game. We'll see. Washington, Oregon. Number one team in the nation. Who is stopping them? I think they're going to lose at some point in the college football playoffs. But right now, they're on a high. Right now, 11-0. They're looking phenomenal. They're the best team in all of college football. Texas A&M. This is going to be a good game. Kansas State, Iowa State. Oh, Kansas State has made it to the top 25. Okay, interesting. They're 5-3 in the Big 12 and the 6-2. Man, Kansas State, Iowa State, Colorado, Arizona State, all these fucking teams in the damn Big 12. It's intense. Virginia Tech, Houston, BYU, Air Force, San Diego State, and then Hawaii, New Mexico. That's the last game. Okay, let me look at the Week 15, see if there's any games solidified, any teams that have clinched. So, Jackson State has clinched a spot for the Conference USA Championship. Boise State, obviously, they clinched a spot for the Mountain West. And obviously, this is all to be determined. So, next Saturday, obviously, December 7th, the Big 12 Championship, the MAC, the SEC, the Sun Belt, the ACC, the Big 10 Championship. So yeah, this is all going to be Week 15. Week 16 is going to be the Navy versus Army game. And then bowl season will begin Saturday, December 14th, with the Cricket Celebration Bowl and the Salute to Veterans Bowl. Okay, so yeah, these are all the bowl games, obviously, waiting to be announced. This is all, mid to late December, heading into January. What's the first round that's what I'm looking for, the first round of the college football playoffs? Is it December 20th, I believe? Yes, so but it's only going to be the first game. The first college football playoff first round game was going to be December 20th, and then the other games are going to be December 21st. So this is going to be December 21st. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Interesting. And then the second, like the quarterfinal games is pretty much going to be like the New York Six Bowls and stuff, right? Like the Fiesta Bowl, the Chick-fil-A Bowl, the Rose Bowl. Those are all going to be quarterfinal matchups, quarterfinal games for the college football playoffs. Same with the Sugar Bowl. I believe the Rose Bowl is going to be one of the... Wait, where's the Rose Bowl? The Rose Bowl, did I already say it? The Rose Bowl is for the quarterfinal. For the semifinals for the college football playoffs, it's going to be the Orange Bowl and then the Cotton Bowl. Yeah, so it's going to be Miami and Arlington, the two semifinal games, and then the national championship is going to be in Atlanta. It's going to be in Atlanta Monday, January 20th, 2025. So January 20th, ladies and gentlemen, your national championship game will take place in Atlanta, Georgia. Interesting. So obviously this is all to be determined. We're not there yet. We got one more week of regular season play, and then we got the conference championship week, and then we got obviously a whole week off for the Navy versus Army game, and then officially ball season begins. So that's where we're at right now. Week 14, obviously there's a one game tonight, but it's Thanksgiving. All the other games will really start tomorrow, Friday. A bunch of games to watch. So we're still not there. We're still not there yet, but it's already exciting to look at the college football because, I mean, time flies. So is it, I know it's early. It's not January 20th yet, but fuck, it feels like it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to come. So you never know. All right, now it is officially time to talk about, let me talk about my fantasy real quick. Just real quick, I forgot to add that there. I cannot believe I forgot to add that there. Let me just add it real quick. I always forget to add my fantasy football shit here. Week 13. Week 13 lineup. Okay. Yeah. So where I'm at right now, I'm 6-6, ladies and gentlemen. I won last week 148.9 to 126.66. I am 6-6. I am ranked 5th out of 8 teams right now. So far, Amon-Ra St. Brown has given me 7.9 points. Obviously right now because he's in my starting lineup. And yeah, so my last player is going to be Saquon Barkley. Oh, thank God. Saquon Barkley is going to be my last player. Oh, same with Cooper Kupp and Kate Otten because they play in the 4 p.m. games on Sunday. Yes, this is my bench here. I didn't want to put Joe Burrow in my starting lineup because I trust in Jaden Daniels against that Tennessee Titans defense. I mean, the Titans has a good defense, but the Steelers defense against Joe Burrow, even though Joe Burrow has been good, but still. Yeah, so I'm 6-6. Last week, I almost fucking lost. If it wasn't for fucking Saquon Barkley, 46.2 points. And for Cooper Kupp, who got a late touchdown in the fourth quarter in the Rams-Eagles Sunday Night Football game, I wouldn't have won. Because, I mean, Brian had Mahomes, Josh Jacobs. He had 3 players with 20-plus points. I really just had Saquon and fucking Cooper Kupp to take care of. Jane Daniels gave me 30 points. That was good. And Cameron Dicker almost gave me 16 because he had some good extra points and obviously some field goals thrown in there. So things are looking good so far. I'm in the mix of things, but right now I'm not in the playoffs. I'm 5th. I have to be top 4. So let's look at the fantasy football rankings right now. So as you can see, selection 305, 2-10, out of the playoffs, not making it. Stupid Depression 4-8, out of the playoffs, not making it. Cutter Squad 5-7. He's at a 10% chance of making it, and he won fantasy last year. So we'll see if he can come up with a comeback here. Right now, obviously, you can see I'm in 5th. I'm 6-6 at 500, and then I'm at a 40% chance. So I have a 40% chance, but I gotta beat Abel's astounding team, the number 1 team right now, who obviously already clinched a playoff spot. I have to win this week. I cannot suffer another fucking loss, so I have to beat Abel somehow this week. And then my remaining schedule, who are my last 2 teams that I have to play against? Shit. Who the fuck do I have left? Who the fuck do I have left in my... Who do I have left in my... I gotta see my schedule. Where's my schedule? My schedule. Schedule. Here it is. So yeah, I have I have to be able. I have to be able, and I have to beat. You need to first down the two best teams. Fuck, it comes down to me beating the two best teams in fantasy just so I can get hopefully that 4th or 3 spot. Man, I need gang gang and I chase young kids to be losing. I need these two motherfuckers to lose, and I need to keep winning. So there's still a chance for me to make the playoffs, but it's gonna be tough. I'm at 6-6. So I need gang gang. I chase young kids to lose some games. I need to beat Abel. I need to beat Karen. So it's gonna come down big. It's gonna come down big. So I gotta step the fuck up. Gotta step the fuck up. 6-6. We'll see what we're doing here. But that's that. So now, they scored another touchdown. The Lions just scored another motherfucking touchdown. We're about to enter halftime in a little bit. But anyways, let's talk about week 11, right? Week 11? Week 10. Damn, week 10, 11, and 12? Okay. So basically, just to show you guys the scores here, I mean, yeah, like Chiefs, Eagles, Panthers, Bears, Bills, Saints, Niners, Steelers, Vikings, Chargers, Cardinals, Lions, Dolphins. They win week 10. Then week 11, it was Eagles, Dolphins, Bills, Packers, Lions, Vikings, Rams, Saints, Colts, Steelers, Broncos, Seahawks, Chargers, and Texans. They all win week 11. And then week 12. So this is last week. So the Browns, they beat the Steelers. It was a snowy game. But yeah, I mean, both defensive battle for both teams, but both teams were able to secure a big win. Excuse me. What the fuck am I talking about? Both teams won the game. Yes, guys. Both teams won the game. That's what I'm trying to say. This is why I don't even fucking talk about football that much on the. That's why I'm barely even recapping these. I'm just literally telling you guys the final score or who's winning. But either or, Steelers they take a loss to the Browns, 24-19. Now let's talk about the games from last Sunday. We got the Dolphins beating the Patriots. We own the Patriots. Not much to say there. The Chiefs barely get a win against the Panthers. They win. They win again. But the Chiefs, Jesus, man. What is it going to take? Saquon Barkley leading the Eagles to victory, 37-20 win over the Rams. 255 rushing yards. Saquon Barkley, you're an absolute dog, and you're in MVP conversation. Absolutely. Vikings beat the Bears in overtime, 30-27. Sam Darnold with the game-winning drive to leave the Bears in a win. To lead the Vikings into a win, excuse me. But the Bears, they came back. They put up 17 points in the fourth quarter to almost take this game away from Minnesota. But the Vikings still prevail. The Lions, they dominate against the Colts. They didn't put up that many points, 24 points, but still dominate. The defense amazing. Colts suck. Broncos. Broncos. They beat the Raiders 29-19. Bo Nix sets the Broncos rookie touchdown record after beating the Raiders 29-19. Big win for the Broncos there. The Titans, they beat the Texans 32-27. The Texans look a little mediocre. I don't know. What's going on with the Texans? I'm not sure. The Cowboys, they beat the Commanders 34-27. How? Because Saber missed an extra point late in the game. And the Commanders are down. They've lost 3 straight games, so they need to figure things out because things are not looking good right now. The Buccaneers, they dominate against the Giants. By the way, Daniel Jones has been officially released. So Tommy DeVito is going to be the starting quarterback from now on for the New York Giants because Daniel Jones fucking sucks. So he's out of there. Thank God. Broncos. Why do I keep saying the Broncos? I really don't know. But the Buccaneers, they beat the Giants 30-20. Today's not my day, huh? Today's not my day. 30-7. 30-7. I think I just need to not talk so fucking fast. Maybe I should just just talk slowly. I don't know why I feel the need to talk so fast when I'm just going over some scores. Maybe talking fast is just the reason why I need to process it a little bit slow. Oh my god, Jamar Gibbs. He fumbled the damn ball. Jahmyr Gibbs. I said Jamar. Jahmyr Gibbs. He fumbled the damn football. Shit. Wait, how many fucking second fumble loss this season? Oh shit. Wow. For the Lions, that's the fewest in the NFL, clearly. Wow. Damn, and they were on their own red zone, man. They were at the damn, man. They were at almost at the 5-yard line. They were about to score too. I mean, they're up pretty big in the red zone at the moment. But damn, that's a bad fumble just to end the first half. Now the Bears have 52 seconds left to put up a score now, at least. So we'll see. But anyways, yeah, the Packers, they dominate against the 49ers. Again, I'm gonna talk slow because I can't talk I can't be talking fast because then I'm just gonna be slipping and saying all this random bullshit. Packers, they dominate over the 49ers. No Brock Purdy, so no surprise there. Josh Jacobs had 3 rushing touchdowns. Phenomenal stuff. The Seahawks get the win over the Cardinals. Kobe Bryant, pick 6 over Kyler Murray. Phenomenal stuff. And the Seahawks were able to get the win. And then the Ravens, they win the Hardball Bowl against the Chargers 30-23 on Monday Night Football. Lamar Jackson, 3 touchdown passes. Threw a dot to Rashad Bateman. That was a phenomenal one. 24 carries and 140 yards. Caleb Williams throwing that shit deep. Boom. Okay, yeah. So yeah, now we're 30-23. Now I'm 30-23. Let me show you guys the standings at the moment. Let me show you guys the standings in the moment. I haven't showed you guys the standings in a little while. Let me make sure I add this in here, and then we'll officially make my predictions for week 13. I already did some of them for the Thanksgiving game, but let me just write them down just to make sure you guys know what's going on right now. So in the AFC East, we got the Bills at 9-2, the Dolphins at 5-6, the Jets at 3-8, and the Patriots at 3-9. In the AFC North, we got the Steelers at 8-3, the Ravens at 8-4, the Bengals at 4-7, the Cleveland Browns at 3-8. That's that. In the AFC South, we got the Texans at 7-5, we got the Colts at 5-7, we got the Titans at 3-8, we got the Jaguars at 2-9. And in the AFC West, we got the Chiefs at 10-1, we got the Chargers at 7-4. We got the Broncos at 7-5, and we got the Raiders at 2-9. They suck balls. In the NFC East, we got the Eagles 9-2. We got the Commanders 7-5. We got the Cowboys at 4-7. We got the Giants at 2-9. In the NFC North, we got the Lions at 10-1. The Vikings at 9-2. The Packers at 8-3, and the Bears at 4-7. In the NFC South, we got the Falcons at 6-5. We got the Broncos. Why do I keep saying the Broncos when it's the fucking Buccaneers? Why? Oh my, I am an idiot. I am a fucking idiot. I am an idiot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Lord. I feel like I should just fucking cut that out at this point. I don't edit my episodes, but damn, I feel like I really should. I look like a fucking idiot now. But anywho, the Buccaneers 5-6, the Saints at 4-7, and the Panthers at 3-8. In the NFC West, we got the Seahawks at 6-5, the Cardinals at 6-5, the Rams at 5-6, and the Niners at 5-6. The fact that the Niners are the worst team coming out the NFC West sounds insane. But they're only a game behind. So it's oh wait, hold on. Giants quarterback Tommy DeVito expected to be out with a forearm injury. Oh hell no! What the fuck? We're gonna have Drew Lock? Is Drew Lock gonna be the starting quarterback for today's game? Oh hell no! I'm not watching that fucking game. Fuck that. I am not watching Giants Cowboys on that. I'll enjoy the Lions game that I'm watching now, and I'll watch the Dolphins Packers game. Hell no, I'm not watching this fucking Giants Cowboys game. Oh, hell no. I'd rather catch up with my cousins, talk about some. So how's work going? I'd rather drink. I'd rather do anything else but watch that fucking game. Hell nah. Man, what the fuck? Hell no. Not doing it. Not doing it. But those are your standings in the NFC and in the AFC. So that is that. Now let me make my predictions. Let me make my predictions for week 13. It's over here, right? Let me show you guys for college real quick. Where am I at for college right now? I'm at I went 7-3 last week. I'm at 72-57. 34,657, 93.2 winning percentage, and 720 points. Okay. Let me make my week picks for week 14. Actually, let me just add that in there too. I mean, I have time. I can do it right now. Fuck it. Let me just do that there too. And let me see. Week 14, right? Week 14 predictions. Write that there. Okay. Now, let's see. So, South Carolina versus Clemson. Who do I got here? Give me Clemson. I feel like Clemson's going to win that one. Kansas versus Baylor. Give me fucking, you know what? Give me Kansas. They're low-key on a hot streak. I feel like they'll be bowl eligible if they win today. If they win on Saturday against Baylor. So, you know what? I'm going to give Kansas the hope here. West Virginia versus Texas Tech. I'm going to go with Texas Tech here. Louisville, Kentucky. Give me Louisville. We got the Fighting Irish versus the Trojans. Give me Notre Dame. The Gamecocks, I guess. Appalachian State, give me the fucking, I don't know, the Mountaineers, whatever. Texas or Texas A&M. I'm going with Texas, but Texas A&M, maybe they could give them some troubles. Kansas State, Iowa State. I think I'm going to go with Kansas State here. Fuck it. And then Marshall versus James Madison. Give me James Madison, I guess. And then how many points will be in Texas A&M? Let's say it's like 31-28. I don't know, 60 points. Fuck it. Let's throw up 60 points there. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. 72-57. Those are my 10 picks for week 14 in college football. Now, let me do for Pick'em. So let's fuck it. Let's go. So right now, currently, I'm at 119 and 159. Or actually, it's 119 and 60 because I didn't put one game. I didn't pick a game by accident because I took too long picking the Thursday night football game between the which one was it? I'll just show you guys. Which one was it that I didn't pick? Was it which one was it? Was it the week 9? I think it was week 9 I didn't pick. No, it was this game I did not pick. It was this game I didn't pick, and I had the Vikings being the Rams. Obviously, I was wrong. So yeah. Obviously it didn't count since I didn't pick it, but whatever. 119 and 60. Cool, whatever. 61,259. I'm almost at a 95% winning percentage. So yeah. So as you can see here, I picked the Lions to beat the Bears. I picked the Cowboys to beat the Giants, and I picked the Packers to beat the Dolphins. Yeah. I want the Dolphins to win, but I'm picking the Packers. So fuck it. And then as you can see here, I also picked the Chiefs to win against the Raiders tomorrow, because tomorrow there will be a game. There will be the Raiders versus Chiefs Black Friday game at 3 p.m. on Prime. So interesting enough, I'll pick that. The Chiefs, they're just finding ways to win. Even though they don't look amazing offensively, they're still finding ways to win. Now let me make my predictions for the week 13 games. All the Sunday games. Let me make my predictions for all the Sunday games. Excuse me, I got a message. Okay. Give me the Falcons. You know what? Give me the Falcons over the Chargers. Hopefully the Falcons, I mean, they're pretty inconsistent, but I think they could pick up a win here against the Chargers. They got dominated last week, or 2 weeks ago, because they were on their bye week last week. But yeah, they got dominated, but hopefully they bounce back, and I think they might bounce back against the Chargers. Then we got the Steelers versus the Bengals. Low key, I might picking the Bengals here. Again, that defense is so dog shit, but I feel like maybe Joe Burrow might have a good game against the defense. But then again, I should have put. You know what? If I'm picking the Bengals over the Steelers, I might have to take Joe Burrow and put him in for my starting quarterback in fantasy and take out Jane Daniels because I don't know, but I'm just not comfortable. I'm not too sure. I feel like maybe I don't think the Bengals are going to put up that many points, but I don't think the Steelers are going to put up that many points either. I think it's going to be a very weird game because, yes, the Bengals defense sucks and Pittsburgh can put up 40 if they want to, but I don't think it's going to – I think it's going to be a very sloppy – feels like it's going to be one of those games where who the fuck wants to win this game? It's going to go down to some messy-ass turnover. Kind of like the Cowboys-Commanders game last week. I feel like it's just going to be one of those games where someone has to win this, you know? And I feel like maybe the Bengals might prevail. I don't know. This is going to be a weird game. It's going to be kind of unusual. And I feel like the Steelers are going to fall short and the Bengals barely escape the win. Fuck it. Just add more drama to the mix of the AFC North because this division is already a chaos that it already is. So, yeah, fuck it. Give me the Bengals, I guess. Cardinals versus the Minnesota Vikings. Give me the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know about the Cardinals just now. They're looking a little bit sloppy as of recently. We'll see how they could do, picking things up again. The Colts versus the Patriots. Give me the Colts. Patriots, they're not good. The Colts, AR is back. He has his ups and downs, but, I feel like the Colts are still in the mix of things for a playoff spot. Are they making the playoffs? I don't think so, but, making things interesting. Fuck it. Seahawks versus the Jets. Give me the fucking Seahawks. Fuck you, Jets. You guys suck. You disappointment. I don't ever want to pick the Jets for the rest of the season. Titans versus Commanders. I'm picking the Commanders, but I could see Tennessee winning this one. That defense is good, and Jane Daniels have not looked great since that rib injury. He's been playing pretty the last couple weeks, so I'm hoping he can bounce back, but it's not looking phenomenal. Not looking phenomenal right now, but I'm picking the Commanders over the Titans. Then we got the Texans versus the Jags. I'm picking the Texans to bounce back because last week it was not looking great, but yeah, I'm gonna pick the Texans here. I just have no hope for the Jags. However, Rams, Saints. I'm kind of indifferent here. I kind of want to pick the New Orleans Saints, but I feel like the Rams are gonna bounce back. After that loss to the Eagles last week, Sunday Night Football, the offense was just kind of looking a little. They looked lost out there. They didn't really were putting up much points, but because the defense was pretty good. So I feel like the Saints could give them some trouble, but I think the Rams will be able to take it. Then we got the Buccaneers going up against the Panthers. Give me the Buccaneers. Panthers, you almost beat the Chiefs. I can give you that. You got 3 wins. Bryce Young is the starting quarterback for at least another season because I still think that he's that guy there. Ups and downs, a lot of downs, but there's certainly some ups there. And maybe you guys can really, put pressure on Tampa Bay. But I got the Buccaneers. Wow, this is going to be a fucking battle here. Eagles versus Ravens. Obviously, I'm going to go with the Eagles. Wow, the Ravens are favored at 57% here. But yeah, I'm going to pick the Eagles here. Again, battle of the 2 best running backs in the league right now. Saquon versus Derrick Henry. Both going to be using the run game like crazy, I would imagine. But yes, I got to go with my Eagles. So we're closing in for a playoff spot. We got to keep on winning. We can't be slowing down. Baltimore, they're going to get another loss, hopefully, but they're still looking in. They're still a great team coming out the AFC. The AFC's, stacked. So the NFC with the Eagles, we just got to keep piling up some wins. But that would be a big one if we can beat Baltimore in Baltimore. So that would be huge. Huge for us. Then we got the Sunday Night Football game between the San Francisco 49ers versus the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, this is not the same Niners team that we saw these last couple years dominating the NFC. They're 5-6. They're the worst. They're the 4th place. They're in last place in the NFC West. While the Bills are looking like one of the better teams in the NFL. Honestly, at this point now, you can say that they're okay. I'll eat in a second. That they're one of the best teams in the NFL. The Bills, you could say arguably they're better than the Chiefs. You could say that they're arguably better than the Chiefs. offensively, defensively, whatever you want to say, they're both head to head matchup wise. We know that the Bills can beat the Chiefs in the regular season. We know that in the postseason, it's a different story. However, the Bills, they're looking like probably the second best team in the NFL, just behind the Lions. So I don't think that's going to slow down anytime soon. Give me the motherfucking Buffalo Bills. And the Eagles, low key, you could even put the conversation over the Kansas City Chiefs. But I won't do that just yet. We have to prove it first. But yeah, the Bills. Yeah, the Bills, they're good. They're just fucking good. What do you want me to say? And the Niners, they're just not the same team, so I don't know if it's gonna work well. And also, Brock Purdy, if he doesn't play this game, I don't think this is gonna even be close. And then finally, Monday Night Football game, we got the Cleveland Browns versus the Denver Broncos. I'm gonna go with the Broncos, but I feel like the Browns could play spoilers here. Not play spoilers because there's nothing yet to spoil. We're not just there yet, but I mean they could pick up a win. The defense has been up and down. Jameis Winston has had some good games. He's had some pretty dog shit performances too. Bo Nix, he started off pretty slow. But now the Broncos are picking things up. They're looking a lot better now. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Broncos here. And then how many total points will be scored in Browns versus Broncos? I don't know, like 33. I don't think it's going to be that much of a high-scoring game. 33 points? Actually, no. Let me boost to like 38, I guess. 38 points? Fuck it. 38 points will be scored. Browns versus Broncos. Wait, who's performing? In the halftime. Oh, it's this dude. It's Shabuzi, right? It's Shabuzi. He's performing the halftime show at the Lions game, Thanksgiving game. Interesting. I'm probably watching now. Well, probably watching now since we're done here, ladies and gentlemen. My Spotify. Anywho, damn, we're already at an hour and 12 minutes. Shit. Okay, well, that is that, y'all. That is that. So we got everything covered up here. Yeah, that's it for sports. We're all caught up. We're all caught up right now in sports. So of course, my next episode is gonna be music related. It's gonna be basically all the K-pop news, all the shit that I have to talk about that was not in part 1 of my last music episode. So yeah, that will be the next podcast episode. That will be Saturday. Again, my Thanksgiving break, it's almost ending. After Monday, I got to get back to work. So I'm going to try to be putting out a lot of content this weekend. Obviously, this episode will be out tonight. It will be out by tonight. It won't be out by tomorrow, Saturday. It will be out by tonight because I want to do that, record it early before I go to, my to go see my family. Obviously, for Thanksgiving, I didn't want to, do that during that time. So I wanted to make sure I recorded it early in the morning. Or, I mean, it's already afternoon now. It's literally 2 p.m. But, get that out the way before we get to eat and feast and enjoy Thanksgiving. Or just to enjoy the day, to enjoy the holidays. Because obviously Christmas is coming up next month, in a little less than a month from now. Things have been, a lot of changes right now, so I'm sorry that I haven't been as consistent with the episodes. With again, that I said that every week, every Monday, I was going to do an episode for the podcast. Some reasons is because I've been busy, some reasons is because I've been lazy, and I'll just be as transparent as it is. That's just basically how it is. I have my moments. Sometimes I kind of don't want to record because I'm doing something else a little bit more important, or sometimes I just don't want to record at all. I'm still working on it. I still love the podcast. I still want to, put this out there. I may not be the most consistent guy, and I do got to work on that in general. That's a part of life that I want to be appreciative more, or at least thankful, for. Because obviously today, it's all about being grateful, being thankful for whatever you may be thankful for. Obviously, for me, it's family. It's for a lot of different things I can be thankful for. To be able to record this, to be able to live in a home, to not be out there in the streets, looking for a job. I make my own income. I have my own job. I have my own car. So I have a lot of things going for me. A lot of things going up. A lot of good things going on in my life. Of course, there's things going on in my life. A lot of changes now in my life that could be good. Maybe not looking amazing now, but looking better in the future. Whatever the case may be, and whatever you're going through in life, it'll get better. It'll get better. Even if it's not looking good now, it'll get better. I promise you that. I promise you that. So, just kind of wanted to give you guys that, that message there, because, it's the holiday spirit. It's supposed to be a fun. It's supposed to be a very joyous time of the year, especially with Christmas coming up as well in literally like less than a month. But also, it can be a pretty dark and depressing time for a lot of people. They're far away from family or whatever the case may be. Still, keep your head high. I'm also reminding myself that too, because again, I've been going through a lot as well. Next couple weeks may not be the easiest time for me and my family. But again, we're gonna pull through. We're gonna pull through, and as everybody else, we're gonna be able to pull through. Because that's just how life works. We're gonna be able to have our ups and downs, but when we can overcome those downs and have our good moments, it'll be worth it. It will definitely be worth it. But yeah, so that's that. So yeah, this episode dropping tonight, Thanksgiving night. New episode. Next episode will be a music episode that will be on Saturday. Follow the YouTube channel. The versatility podcast channel. So I have YouTube videos there. Obviously, I have the podcast episodes there, and I upload a bunch of other reaction videos that I do as well. I've also been a little inconsistent on TikTok, but go follow the TikTok K.the-goat 19. That's KDOT THEGOAT 19. So that's K.the-goat 19. Maybe I'll have to change the username to make it not so confusing. I'll rebrand and this and that. I cannot believe we're already almost into 2025. After one more month, a month and a week from now is New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Day, like 2025, midway through the decade. Midway through 2020's decade. I mean, what the fuck? We're already almost in 2025. That sounds like that sounds like we should be it sounds like we should be flying like 2025 in like 1983. If this was 1983 and you were thinking what 2025 would look like, you would think people would be fucking flying with like artificial wings and shit like that. Like, I don't know. Like, we should have fucking teleportation devices and shit, But I mean, we got the iPhone 16, so I guess we're fine. And we got the Cybertrucks, so I guess we're fine. But either or, staying out of topic, there should be other content that I'm trying to work on as well. I got the PS5. So just to prove to y'all, I got some games here. You know what I'm saying? I got MLB The Show. I got the college football game that I wanted to get for a while, Madden, and I also got Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You know what I'm saying? I haven't played Call of Duty that much yet because I still have to get the online shit, the online pass, the PlayStation Pass shit. So I haven't been able to play much Call of Duty, but I want to make content for my PS5. So hopefully I will be dropping some content, some gaming content for my PlayStation. Yeah, music reactions are coming. They're all coming soon. I still haven't heard Kendrick's album. I gotta do a reaction video to that shit. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I have time to do it today. Fuck it. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it like an hour from now. I'm gonna eat something. This is what I'm gonna do. So just for you guys to know before I get the fuck out of here, because I know I'm dragging this shit for too long. But I'm gonna be fucking watching the remainder of this Lions Bears game while I'm gonna be eating my lunch. Then I'm gonna be obviously waiting for this episode to process, and then once that game is done, probably as I'm recording the Kendrick Lamar album reaction, I'll probably be like typing in the information for the podcast episode, and then once I'm doing that, listening to the album, probably the Giants Cowboys game is going on in the background. Won't even really be paying attention to that much. Then I'm gonna go shower. Then I'm gonna get ready and then I'm gonna go on my way to go to I believe one of my auntie's house, wherever the hell we're going for the Thanksgiving. Whoever's hosting it this year in my family, we're gonna go there to their crib, and we're gonna celebrate the whole fucking night. Feast, eat, drink. You know, I'm 21, by the way, so yeah. This is the first Thanksgiving I get to embrace like drinking and shit. I'm obviously drinking responsibly. You know, I'm not about getting fucked up or whatever. But have a couple drinks, enjoy the time, being for tonight. I'm all down for it. It's been quite some time to kind of have most of the family get together. You know, that's what Thanksgiving's all about, ladies and gentlemen. And then watch the Dolphins Packers game, on TV. So that's the whole night. That's the whole game plan for today. Literally, that's the whole game plan. And then probably be listening to music with one earphone on to kind of catch up on shit. But once we get to December, it's a lot of content, especially music content, because obviously it's going to be like the year wraparound. Spotify Wrapped is coming out in a couple weeks. I'm going to be re-listening to a bunch of the albums that came out this year to kind of give my final official thoughts. And then again, I got to do my rankings, and then yeah. So December is going to be a pretty busy month, but we're not there just yet. Two episodes left in the month of November, and then we get to December, and then we get to all the other good shit. But anyways, enough yapping. See you guys in a bit. Take care, and peace out, my friends. Enjoy the holidays, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thanksgiving.